Who's ready for back to school?
Who's ready for a schedule?
Oh, hallelujah, yes. Today, we are doing a back to school thing, but we want to call this school shenanigans. So this is a back to school shenanigan. And today we are going to list our top 10 reasons why we are happy that school is getting back in session.
Yes.
Yes, so these are really in no particular order because you can't really order so many exciting things happening. This is like the biggest thing of 2020.
That's right.
That's not true.
The most
exciting.
normalcy.
Yes,
the most normalcy that
Yes.
we're getting into. Well, for some of us.
Yes, some of you are still, like, some of the people I love so much are 100% online. And I feel like we should have a cry session about that. In fact, I have a box of tissues here. A top 10 reasons why we need tissues.
Yeah.
Crying because we're not going back to school.
Right.
Crying because we are going back to school. Crying because
some of our friends won't be back at school. Or some of our kids
won't be back at school. Mostly I'm crying happy tears that we're going back to school. I'm going to cry a whole box of tissues. I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just get started.
Let's do it.
Number 10. No more fighting kids. Oh, you guys, we have been in summer, I feel like, for 6 months. Because it's kind of been summer since March. We had school. That was school. I don't know if it felt like school, but it was school. But it was like school summer because we were at school, we were at home. So a while ago, this was, I don't know, a lot of summers ago, my kids were fighting all the time, every second. And I had this brilliant idea. Nobody thought it was a good idea, but I think it's a good idea. So you guys say later if you think this is a good idea. And especially for 6 months, we should have implemented this, where we do like a kid swap. So you take one of your kids and you send them to someone else, to a cousin, and they just stay there for a couple of weeks. But the cool thing is one of those cousins comes and stays at your house for your other child or children. And then it's like you have friends built in, and you get rid of one of your kids for a little while.
Like a great idea.
No sibling fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But if they go back to school, there's a lot less fighting.
There's a lot less fighting.
Yeah, because they're not at home.
Yes.
And they're not together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My child's all grown up, but I see the perils, man.
Yeah.
I see the perils. I'm so glad I don't have a child in school right now because I see it on Facebook all day.
Yeah.
Or I was, like at the beginning of,
Yes.
well, the summer / end of last school year.
Yeah.
Everybody was going crazy and they couldn't keep their kids like focused on their Zoom calls and stuff. And they're playing video games instead of doing their work. It was terrible. And
I have to say, some of you watching are probably not going back to school full time. And for that, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
But you have to do you.
You do, yep.
And every area in the country is kind of different right now, and we're all just kind of winging it, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like, hopefully, because I feel like in March, when all that happened, it was kind of a trial run. So hopefully, if you're not back full time or you're doing a hybrid of some kind, it's different. And it's maybe going to feel different, more like school. Fingers crossed.
Fingers
right?
crossed.
Yeah.
Number 9. We're going to have a cleaner house, people. Without kids running around. Oh,
all
my
day.
gosh. Oh, yeah. Like, you just sit there and clean up after them, right?
Yeah.
I remember those days. And, my nieces and nephews sometimes, they come stay with me in the summer.
We can go more places now, but it's kind of like everybody's home together all the time. For 6 months. You guys, 6 months.
It's like being in the same shirt for 6 months with all the people. Like, all of us crowd into one shirt for 6 months.
It's getting like hot and gross and sweaty in there, a little humid. Yeah. Like
Terrible.
it's time.
Terrible. It's time to get back to the groove.
Yeah. Number 8 is we don't have to be our kids' teachers anymore. Our kids have a teacher, and it's not us. They have a teacher. I'm so happy about that. My kids actually have lots of teachers, but none of those teachers are me.
That's nice.
I love it. Are you guys feeling that too? Do you want to be your kids' teacher anymore? Now, I will say this. There are lots of you watching who are homeschool moms. You
are
choose
amazing.
to do it, and you are amazing.
Yes.
And you do it because it works for you. And amen, hallelujah to that.
Oh, yes, you are rock stars.
Yes,
every
you
one
are.
of you. And I would have done it. I was ready to try it. My child's personality did not work with that.
Yeah. And some of you are going to try it. Some of you are saying we're not doing back to school. We can't do it.
And they might have physical problems where they're not able to go back.
And if that's you, we say, like, you're
a
amazing.
saint.
Yes. And
You're
we think
saintly.
you're amazing.
Yes.
I'm saying, thank goodness I'm not my kids' teacher anymore. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's our number 8.
That's number 8. Ready for number 7? Our kids might actually learn to read and write again. Because, this time that they've had off, it's been a long time. And some of them weren't necessarily very serious at the end of last year. They're like, summer's just early, we're done.
Yeah.
And so it's hard. And it's also hard, like my nephew is in speech.
Oh.
And so he fell back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do the speech parts over Zoom. And how do you see mouths with a mask and stuff?
Yes.
I don't know how that's even going to work
I don't either.
with school starting, but he has regressed a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping they can figure that out. Boy, this is just going to be a trial run, guys.
Yes, it's going to be tricky, but I will say our teachers and our staff at schools are amazing, and they're going to figure it out. Actually, let me say this real quick. We are at my school right now. I'm a teacher. This is my desk we are sitting on.
How cute.
I just love it in here. This is like my second favorite place in the whole world besides that. So, but this is going to be tricky. Our kids are going to learn to read and write though, because we're not our kids' teacher. Or maybe you are. And they're going to learn from you too. I mean, that's going to be great. Number 6. We no longer have to be our kids' only friend. Because have you felt that for the last 6 months? Like, Mom, I don't have friends. You're my friend. No, I want to lay on the couch and drink Pepsi and eat pizza and not be your friend. I kind of feel that. I'm going to say I mean that a little bit.
You know what? Well, and I have an only child, and she's all grown up now. But, I felt this when she was young, like before she started school, because with being an only child, I was her friend when no one was around.
Yeah.
It's like she has a sibling, go play with your brother. She just didn't have anybody. And so we were fortunate that, she did have a friend. Like we had this, our fence, and little kids would, on the other side of it, would stack up patio chairs. And they would lean over the fence and go, Madison, come on, play. And so, she'd hear him calling, go, I'm gone, I'm out of here. And then she'd go play. So that was great.
Yes.
But, if that was these days, I don't know with COVID and all that, if they could even go play.
I know, yes.
There's so many restrictions. So even if you have a neighbor they could play with, struggles.
Yeah.
Struggles, people. You don't want to be their only friend.
No, you really don't. And my kids are teenagers, so they probably didn't really want to be my friend during this time. Maybe they did. I don't know. And I was like, no, I'm busy laying on the couch.
But when they're young, there's
crazy
only
about this.
so many Barbies you can play.
Yes.
There's only so many Tonka trucks and
and you
puzzles. Holy Hannah!
Yeah.
How many people played puzzles?
How
for
many puzzles?
Months?
You leave in the comments how many puzzles you've done during COVID. I bet it's a lot. I bet nationally there have been so many puzzles being done. Games played. How many games of Tenzi can you play? And Yahtzee and Risk. Has anybody played Risk? I have not. I'm not into that, or Monopoly. Way too long. But I bet that's been going on. I bet people have had tournaments of Risk and Yahtzee. Not Yahtzee. That's not. I guess you could have a tournament
My
of that.
husband and I, we played.
Did you?
A series of Yahtzees, like over and over and over. Yeah. I went to Walmart to actually look for a puzzle for myself because during all this, because everybody was doing all these puzzles.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, maybe I'll do maybe I'll get on the trend. There were no puzzles to be found. I had to go dig through the basement and find some janky old puzzle from 1994, you know, that's curled up on the edges, you know, so that I could put the puzzle together.
To join in the puzzle madness.
I had to be in the puzzle madness.
Yeah, you have to. It's important.
It is.
During
I
this
don't
time.
want to be left out.
Lots of things have been out, like random things like puzzles. Who would ever think we'd run out of puzzles?
I
But we
know.
did.
Puzzles, toilet paper.
Oh yeah, the toilet paper. That's a good thing, our kids going back to school. This is not on the list. This is a bonus. But the schools have toilet paper.
That's right.
Although everyone has toilet paper
We have
now,
toilet
so
paper now,
it's all
but-
fine. But that would have been nice if our kids could have used the toilet
They
paper
had
at
to start
school
chaining-
instead of our toilet
They
paper.
had to start chaining toilet papers in restrooms, like,
Yeah,
because people are stealing the whole rolls.
yeah, because you don't want to be out
Put
of
them
toilet
in their
paper.
purse, you know. And I gotta use the restroom, and they're like putting it in their purse. Number 5. No more endless screen time.
Yeah, all day long screen time, video games, TV watch. I mean, how many TV shows have we watched? So much so that it's like, well, I've watched every single thing on Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and whatever other things you can watch.
I know, right?
Redbox is probably, I mean, it's like I've rented all 96 movies in the Redbox.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I've watched all of the movies in my house.
I know.
Because what has there been to do?
Yeah, when they're like, oh, you can't go outside, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, and at the beginning of this whole madness, it was too cold in Wyoming to go outside.
Yes, it was.
anyway.
You guys, it snowed twice in June here.
Yeah.
We were not outside having a good time.
No.
It snowed in April, it snowed in May, and it snowed in June. It was freezing here. So yeah, we weren't outside enjoying nature. We were inside freezing our heinies off.
Yes.
Watching everything there was or playing every game on our phones, on our everything. And our kids, I mean, what do you say? What do you go do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's a phone, shut up.
Just leave me alone so I can eat my
Take
Pepsi
my
and drink
iPad.
my...
Eat your iPad.
Eat your iPad. I need Pepsi and pizza. So
Yes.
go get on your phone. Leave me alone. Number 4. How about having real life bedtimes? When school starts, our kids have to go to bed. You can't just be up till midnight because there's nothing to do the next day. For the last 6 months, there's been, I mean, what are you going to bed for?
Yeah. There's no purpose.
There's no purpose. You're just up all night watching movies.
Yeah.
But now, they can really go to bed.
Yes.
Really go to bed. I'm really excited about that.
That's
Like,
nice.
you need to go to bed.
Well, even us, like,
Oh, yeah.
I take my dogs for a walk at 10 o'clock at night, and the streets are littered with children. Like,
Yes.
in front of their house, playing basketball or something, or in their driveway, or they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's 10, it's 10:30, it's
Yeah,
11.
go to bed. They're-
You know, what are we doing up? But what reason do they have to go to bed? And what reason do I have? So I'm
Yes.
out walking my dog at 10, 11, 12. But yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be nice to have a schedule where
Yeah,
we
schedule
are
where we
forced
have to go to bed. And we have to get up in the morning instead of
Yes.
like, oh, I'll just sleep in today. I'll take a shower at 4.
I took a shower before.
See? Because, I mean, why not? Where are you going?
When I was cleaning my house and I was sweaty and gross.
Yeah, so
I
you
like to
waited till
shower
4.
after.
Yeah. I get that. All right, number 3. Now this one, well, no, they're all kind of critical, but this one could be the most critical. Okay, moms, like when the kids go to bed, this kind of ties into the last one. You like to just have some peace and quiet by yourself. Drink a Pepsi by yourself. Get that candy that you have hidden that your kids don't know about, that secret stash that you don't want them to eat. When they're up all night, when do you get to do it? When they're home all day.
Yeah.
They know all the stashes now.
They're not dumb. They've discovered it
No,
all. They
and-
go on secret missions to find all the
Yes.
stashes when there's nothing better for them to do.
But now there will be alone time because the children will be at school.
Yeah.
Unless you're still doing Zoom school, and then I'm sorry about that because that's something you need to work out, I
Yeah.
feel like. Not
We need
you. I
some
mean,
secret
actually,
places.
not you. Society needs to work that out. We need like mom spaces where moms can go and be alone.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems like your house.
She sheds.
Yes.
We need she sheds.
Yes. If your kids are still doing Zoom school, you must get a she shed.
Yes.
It's imperative.
If you have room in your backyard, man, start building that she shed.
Do it in your basement. Go in with some of your girlfriends, your neighbors, and do it.
Yeah. Get one.
Get one. Do it.
I have a friend who, she's actually a teacher, but she has a whole bunch of kids, and her husband stays home and homeschools the kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she's out teaching, and the husband's home teaching the kids.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're a dude, and you've got to have your little man cave time. Number 2, sports, schedules, and tired kids.
Oh, they're going to be tired. Now, I've gone back to work this week, but our kids, they haven't had to do anything because there really hasn't been anything. There hasn't been sports. There hasn't been camps. I mean, there's been some of that stuff has come back, but they're going to be tired because their life has been lying around for 6 months. Lying around. They're going to be so tired, you guys.
It'll be nice.
Can't wait.
Yeah. That's when we have our alone time is in the evening. The kids, they drop off to go to bed. And
it's like when kids go to kindergarten and they come home and they're just like asleep for a while because they're so tired. I feel like all kids are going to be like that now.
Yeah.
It's like kindergarten redo.
Kindergarten redo.
Even if they're 6th graders or something.
Yeah.
They'll be sleeping.
Okay. It's all
Right?
good.
They'll be sleeping. They'll be so tired.
sleeping.
They'll be sleeping.
And number 1. No more endless snacks. No more all day cooking. The kitchen will finally be like just for meals.
Yes.
Not all day. Rotating door.
All day.
Yeah.
And I will say this is probably good for us too. Because, I mean, I find myself going to the kitchen.
Oh, snackaholic over here. It's not good.
Yeah, all day, all the time.
And that's a whole new episode. That's a
Yes.
whole new episode. The COVID-15, that's a whole episode.
Maybe the COVID-19.
The COVID-19. Yes, the COVID-19.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that is another episode. Like, seriously, we've all worked so hard, you know.
Yep.
I think so many people for 2020 were like, we're going to get in shape and all this.
And then
we just sat there and stuffed our faces for 6 months.
6 months. It's really been rough.
So terrible.
Yeah. And I will say cooking, if you know me, you know this is true. I hate cooking. And it's probably because I'm very, very, very bad. And if you don't know that about me, you're going to find out. I'm going to share that out with all of you. Maybe you'll feel a little bit better about yourself because I am that bad. I am so bad that it's kind of a miracle. No, it's not a miracle. It's impressive. I'm that bad. I have burned, not just burned, like lava volcano chicken in the crock pot. People
In the crock pot?
Exactly. That people are like, in the crock pot? You guys, actually twice. I've done it twice. In the crock pot.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm that bad.
I knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh, it's that bad. Yeah. I'll show you a picture one time. It's really impressive how bad I am.
We got to do something about this.
Yeah, that could be
We're
coming.
gonna have to do an episode, guys. I'm gonna have to help her just a little. I think if we help her, just because and honestly, now that we're a little more busy, we need some recipes, like something that's fast, easy, that has some veggies or something in it, you know, that we can kind of whip up, but that will seem a little bit more gourmet than just, you know, throwing some mac and cheese on the table.
Yeah, that like I can do eggs. I can do macaroni and cheese. I have messed that up before though. That's true. Yeah, it's
sad.
It is sad. Actually, let me tell you. So my husband works 7 on, 7 off. And I said to him, this was last year, I think. I was like, so since you're going to be working, or maybe this is when he like worked and I wasn't in the summer. And I was like, do you want me to cook more? And he was like, no. No, it's fine. I'll take care of it. I'll work 12-hour days and come home and cook. That is probably its own 10 episodes. I mean,
It could be.
I'll tell you some stories about my bad cooking. In fact, today in my memories on Facebook, there was a reminder of my bad cooking. That happens actually quite frequently. So I'm like, please go back to school, because it's not just dinner anymore. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner that we're cooking, and snacks. I mean, it's like your grocery budget was, I don't know, $400. Now it's $3,000 because everyone's home for 6 months.
Yeah.
All day eating everything. Because it's like, we need popcorn while we're watching our 65 movie marathon.
That's right. Yeah.
And then lastly, so Sonia and I recorded a while ago a video, and it was a lot of rambling, and the audio was really bad. And so we just decided that was a sign, like, no, that was... Yeah, we needed to scratch that idea. But what we said in that is that we, like, our thing is kindness, and we just want to be kind to everybody. We forget sometimes that other people have other issues or things going on. Some people are genuinely scared to go back to school, and that is okay. Some people... This lady right here, I am thrilled. I am thrilled to be back teaching students face-to-face, and I'm thrilled for my kids to be back. But that's not the case for everybody. There's lots of issues, and for some people it's not possible. Some people want that, and their state or their county or whatever, it's not possible. So we get all those things, and what we want to say is just be kind to everybody, because everybody has a story that we don't know.
Exactly.
And so let's just give each other some grace and kindness.
I think so too.
So that is our top 10 reasons of why we are ready to go back to school. So what have we missed? What is on your top 10 list? Leave it below in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
We want to know, because I'm sure that somebody has other great top 10. We could probably do a top 100 and still not cover all of the reasons we're happy to go back to school.
Well, and maybe you're not happy to go back to school.
Oh, yeah, leave that too.
And maybe
you're crying.
Yeah, maybe you're in
That's
a puddle.
okay.
And we hear you, lady. You know, it's fine. We
Yeah.
understand that can be terrible. And also, maybe you want your kids to go back to school, but they're unable to. And they're sad because they want to be with their friends, and they just they can't go back safely yet. And so maybe that's your situation. Leave us a note in the comments. Let us know what your situation is.
We want to hear kind of what everybody's doing all over the place. What are you doing?
What are you doing, and how are you coping? Are you happy? Are you sad about it? Anyway, leave us some comments below.
Yeah. Be sure to like us, subscribe, comment, share it. Please share our videos if you enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next
Ring
week.
that notification bell.
Yeah, ring the notification bell for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like ding.
Yeah, and then
We're
you know
on.
when we've done it. And we're going to upload videos every Tuesday, 7 a.m. So watch for our next one. We'll see you next week.
Bye. See ya. Yeah. Cut. I was gonna say.
It's all good. We'll just try it again.
More importantly.
Oops. I'm still learning my numbers.
No, time out. Did we just do... Oh, no, we did 9.
Yeah, that was 9.
I thought we skipped a number. Okay.
It's always a possibility.
It is. Always.
Okay.
I haven't used my brain for about 6 months, so...
Yeah. Okay. So,
I just touched my face.
and I'm sure...
That's a no-no.
Don't you touch your face.
Listen, it's okay because you're over there.
That's right.
You're fine. Okay. All right. Number 8.
What are we at? Oh, 8.
8.
I'm still learning my numbers, guys.
It's tricky. This is trickier than you think. Okay. 6. Yep, that's 6. I was like, am I doing 6? Again, I don't know. Okay, let's do that again. Number 6. I forgot what it is. Oh, okay. Let's just one more time. All right. Number 6.
Oops. What am I doing 2 hands for? Number 6. And number 2. And I forgot it already. Homeschool or homework. Gosh. Homework, sports schedules, and our kids together.
They're like no one's going anywhere, so you're just together all the time.
Blessing or curse, guys. Blessing or curse.
Depends on the minute.
Exactly. Kind of a roulette wheel on that one.
Yeah.
They gotta rewire that brain again.
I'm not even sure if some kids know their name anymore.
Oh, they probably do from their
They-
parents yelling at them.
definitely,
"What doing that?"
they definitely know their name. They maybe don't know how to spell it anymore.
Yeah.
They don't know how to count. I mean, we don't know how to count. Have you seen us? We don't.
We don't know how to count. We
I-
didn't figure it out.
I felt like for a while we were getting to the Wall-E stage. In that movie,
my
Wall-E, where
gosh.
they just like roll around on the
Totally
chairs.
Wall-E,
I was
yes.
like, this is what happened. It was COVID-19 that happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they became that.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And just watching the screen all the time, that is what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, although my husband said there was a different reason on the movie, but I'm like, no. They made it seem like that, but it was really this.
That's
I'm
right.
surprised we didn't get there. A little bit longer, I think we're there.
Oh yeah.
For sure. We're in
Put some
those.
wheels on my recliner. I'm there.
Roll me to the couch.
Yes. Give me a little jazzy, with a flag on the back. I'll be zooming around the house and I'll be hitting the parades.
No. You definitely can't eat what I cook
Gross.
4 times. You can barely eat what I cook 1 time.
As you scrape the ashes off of your food.
Just scrape off the top burnt layer. Oh, the rest of it is burnt too. Shoot. Ew. You went to bed before 2 a.m.? What
are you?
What's going on? Is that really you?
That's
We've been swapped out.
Yeah. Did you? I'll probably say a little prayer. Lord, help me know. What do I put in and what do I don't? Because